River Cottage, life as a smallholder is proving to be a mixed bag of delight and frustration. My cows and sheep are thriving on the lush grass of my 4-acre field. The fur is doing fine. The feathers, on the other hand, are in disarray. While my light Sussex and the Rhode Island Reds have all adapted well to their high-rise, fox-proof penthouse, my pair of golden Brahmas are all askew. They seem to have a bad case of vertigo. After 2 weeks of intensive training, when they're up they won't come down, and when they're down they won't go up. They've stopped laying as well. So I'm afraid you and your sister are pecking in the last chance saloon. I want to see some climbing, and I want to see it today, or your happy stay at River Cottage is over. The problem is that if they won't climb, the fox will have them, and I can ill afford the loss of 2 chickens. Right, that's it. They've got one last chance to dodge the stock pot. I'm taking them to the local poultry auction in the hope that I can trade them in for a pair of birds that can climb and lay eggs. But if I don't get at least £8 the pair, it'll be back to River Cottage and in that stock pot for sure. The annual poultry auction at the Gaggle of Geese is a must for local smallholders. Golden Brahmas, aren't they? Hope you'll bid for them. With such a vast array of exotic poultry to compete with, I'm worrying whether my Brahmas will fetch enough cash to offset the cost of their replacements. Now then, look pretty and fetch some dosh. Can I put a reserve on that?
Yes, you may.
I want at least £8 for them, or I'll take them home.
£8. OK.
Great. Thanks very much. In my search for some smart hens with climbing skills, I really need an expert with an eye for the birds. I feel a bit lost here because, I mean, there are so many different birds. And I bought these 2 golden Brahmas.
Yes, very nice they are too.
Glad to hear you say that.
Very nice.
Do you like them?
Well, not my type of bird at all.
What do you mean not your type of bird?
The mamby-pamby, feathered legs and all that.
I know. Lifelong chicken fancier Richard Hicks knows his hens. I explain my poultry pickle and he instantly recommends lot 68, a trio of hardy Welsumers. So I quite like the look of these. Three hens.
That's 3 nice hens.
No cockerel.
What's your house, 8 foot high?
8-foot ladder they've got to get up.
Yeah, they've been known to go 9.
Are you sure you're not selling these?
Not at all, no.
Birds.
That is 3 beautiful hens.
So what's the best way to register a bid?
Well, if you want to buy it and you don't want to lose it, keep nodding.
Right.
Keep nodding. Don't give in. Just keep nodding. But if you want to be a little bit secretive, give them a wink. Give them a wink. But if you've got an affliction, you're in trouble.
Who's going to give us a fiver then?
It's a nervous wait until my lot's up, but at least there's time to talk tactics. I've got to set myself an upper limit.
Well, then you could end up going home empty-handed.
45. That's my final offer. 45.
I think you'll get into that.
Do you think I will?
I think you'll get into that.
My problem is that I'm going to have to shell out for the Welsumers without knowing how much my Brahmas will fetch.
Well, 68 then, 3 Welsh summer hens, 98. 3 Welsh summer hens, 98. What am I bid? Fiver? 5, I got it. 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6.
Yeah, you let them finish you and then get in.
30, 40, 50. That's 23. 23, 24, 26. 27, I got it. 27, 28, 29.
Don't you
40
be
I got.
you.
40, 41, 42, 43, 43.
Go on, you.
44.
Look at where you got them, Hugh. Look at where you got them, boy.
Hugh Whittingstall.
Sorry?
Hugh Whittingstall.
Spelled with a big W.
That's the most expensive lot all day.
Yes, and it may well be by the end of the day, but you bought the best lot of the day.
2 gold Brahma hens then, lot 70. What am I bid? A fiver?
I'm £44 out of pocket and wondering how much I can claw back from the Brahmas.
70, 18 I got. 26 pounds I got him, that's on 26. That's 26 pounds.
Excellent, that's not bad, is it? I got £26.
£6 profit for you.
Sort of. My heart's pounding.
I know.
Oh, I got it.
Exciting business. Let's go and buy. Let's go mad. Let's go and buy some ducks and geese. Luckily, I managed to resist temptation, and next morning, the Welsomers are acclimatising nicely. Sorry, girls, this is not for you. This is for my primary milk provider. I've got quite a lot of cattle business to sort out today. The vet's coming around lunchtime, and if I were Marge's little calf, I wouldn't be looking forward to his visit one bit. In the meantime, I'm off to try and squeeze a little milk out of Marge. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. My relationship with Marge is still in its early days. You clear off. In theory, it's a matter of luring her head into a bucket of feed whilst I nip round the back. Come on, Marge. Very much her own woman, Marge. Sometimes she gives willingly and generously, and other times she doesn't give at all. This is one of the other times. I've barely got enough for a cup of tea, so perhaps I'm better off chasing things that don't run away. Of all the hedgerow harvests, the one I'd really hate to miss out on is the elderflower. There's not much substance to it, but that scent is incredible. Cooking with elderflowers is all about capturing this delectable musky smell. They should be used as soon as possible after picking. By happy seasonal coincidence, their ideal companion, the hard, sharp, early gooseberries, are just about ready too. It's pudding time, and I'm thinking tart but creamy, a springtime fool. A splash of water is added to a pound of gooseberries in a pan, along with 2 tablespoons of sugar and 10 heads of elderflowers. The pot is covered and left to stew gently on a low heat for about 20 minutes until the gooseberries are nice and soft. The mixture's then sieved to produce a puree that's refreshingly sharp but heady with the scent of elderflowers. A fool would be completely stupid without cream, and the thicker the better. This is 4 days' worth of Marge's milk, which has been left to settle for a good few hours so that all the cream has come to the top. And I'm hoping that I can skim off just enough double cream to be able to whip it up and fold it into my fool. Marge's cream takes a few minutes of furious whisking, but finally comes good, thick and foolish. The puree is folded in, and the mixture is left to cool in the fridge for a couple of hours. Now, this calf has never had a halter on him. It's time to assist vet Jeff Johnson in dealing with Marge's bull calf. I've sought advice from all quarters, including my neighbour Frank, a local dairy farmer who's come to help. And everyone agrees that for trouble-free stock rearing, castration is essential. First, he gets a pain-killing injection. So, what would be the consequences of leaving him intact?
Him chasing you out the field every time you come into it is
Really?
one problem, and you might also finish up chasing his mother as well, which you obviously wouldn't want.
With the wrong thing in mind?
With intent, yes. Yeah.
So those 2 little testicles can cause all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, they can. He's a lot better off without them, to be honest. I think life's a lot simpler without testicles. Spend your whole life just climbing trees and reading the Dandy, couldn't you?
That's it, is it?
That's it. Let them all out.
Let them all out. Let's do that then.
Cleanest place is the grass for it.
Now, there's a waste not, want not policy at River Cottage, and strange as it may seem, calves' testicles have long been considered a perk, at least for vets with a sense of culinary adventure. Do you often eat the testicles of the calves you've castrated?
I used to when I was assistant.
Really?
Now I'm making a bit more money as a partner. I don't anymore.
So that was assistant vet's perks?
That was assistant vet's perks,
a
yeah.
free supper?
Yes, free supper. I think 6 years living on nothing as a student, and you learn to utilise absolutely everything.
Did you like them?
Well, I was cooking them though, so
And how did you used to do them?
I used to soak them in salt water and parboil them and then fry them with breadcrumbs. I'd give them to my wife and say, guess what these are?
I'm bulking out these tiny testicles by serving them on rounds of fried bread. And for flavour, a handful of Offal's favourite herb, sage leaves.
Here we go.
The halved testicles go in for a flash fry of no more than 30 seconds each side and are finished off with a twist of black pepper.
I'll just take these rounds of
It may not be the most substantial meal, but I am looking for full marks for presentation.
How's that for a bit of Nouvelle cuisine?
Yeah, a good meal for a hungry farmer. Very nice.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Is it really?
It's a lot better than when I used to do it, I must say.
I think freshness is all when it comes to offal. Wish we had more.
Yes,
I could eat 20 of those.
yes.
But sadly we have just the 2, so it's down to the full to fill the gap.
That's lovely, that is.
That's tickling the taste buds, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Cleanses the palate after the testicles a bit.
Yes, yes. Go down well in Soho, wouldn't it?
I'm not quite sure what Jeff meant by that, but I won't be travelling to town to find out.
Just because I'm now a smallholder, it doesn't mean I no longer enjoy the smell of ready cash. And in fact, I think it's time to really up the ante and get involved in a serious commercial venture. So I've been thinking, what would be the cash crop which would let me take on the big boys in the supermarket? For price, value, and flavour above all. And I think I've cracked it.
To grow top tomatoes, you really need a greenhouse, or the cheaper version, beloved of smallholders, the polytunnel.
Now, when I went to see you last year, you tried to persuade me to get a polytunnel then, and I didn't dare. I thought it was taking on too much, but now I've gone for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be needing your help.
Well, you'll never go back, I'll guarantee you.
Really?
You get crops all year round in it. And
I've asked my vegetable guru, Michael Michaud, to advise me on my new enterprise.
how many plants are you going to put in here, Hugh?
Well, you said 80 to 100, but I've gone a bit over the top. I think I've got about 120. I
And
want to squeeze in as much as
And what are you
possible.
going to do with all those tomatoes is what I want to know.
Little stall at the farmer's market, I thought. I'm taking you on at your own business here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually, I was just thinking that, is this the same farmer's market that I'm going to be doing?
Almost certainly.
We're gonna have to think this out a little carefully, aren't we?
Do you want to go now?
No, that's all right. Little competition never hurt.
First things first, sheets of black plastic covering the soil will keep down weeds and retain moisture. Then it's in with the tomato plants. Each one goes into the soil with a handful of organic fertilizer to get them off to a good start. I've gone for 4 different varieties, including an Italian classic, the Borghese Plum, and the fabulously sweet Sun Gold. It's a long, hot afternoon's work.
It may look hideous from the outside, but it looks beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, but wait till the roots hit the fertilizer, and then they'll start taking off, and they're going to look really, really good in here. You're going to be really happy with it.
Is it going to make me some money at the farmer's market?
Well, I've got a little bit of an edge on you, I'm afraid.
7 polytunnels.
7 polytunnels, plus I'm certified organic, so I can set it as organic, and you can't. Because if you do, you break the law.
I'm just going to put a sign up saying almost as organic as the man next door, but not quite.
You could do it. The trouble is, I'm going to have a lot more than you are.
But I'm going to do some cunning things in the kitchen to add a bit of value, bump my prices up. I'll catch up.
Tell me what you're gonna do on the processing side.
That would be telling. That would be telling.
Yeah.
I'm going to need plenty of herbs to flavour my tomato products, so I've assigned the borders of my tunnel to their propagation. And it's just as well that they're under cover, because outside things are going awry.
These salad vegetables, onions and radishes have been decimated by a local menace. Still, the art of the smallholder is never say die, and whenever possible, turn problems into solutions. Clear off, you bunnies! Leave my vegetables alone! Ah!
These rabbits are definitely a problem, but shouting at them won't solve it. The master plan is to make a severe dent in the population whilst boosting my smallholder income. With a bit of help, I think I can turn vermin into cash.
They were brought here because of the fact that they were free food in as much you just let them go and then harvest them. I mean, what else? You don't have to feed them, don't have to water them. Cholesterol free, good, brought here to feed them.
You remember a time when people ate a lot of rabbit?
Oh, yeah.
Larry and Dawn are friends and rival gamekeepers who've been shooting together for many a year. Their rabbit depletion services are much in demand from local farmers.
Whereas if you went to any house now and said to them, there's a lovely rabbit here, beautiful, September rabbit, they'd say, what do you want me to do with that bloody thing?
Operating after dark, they patrol the fields in a Land Rover, armed with a powerful hand lamp and silenced 2.2 rifles. They can shoot up to 100 a night.
There we go.
It's a badger.
It's a badger.
Isn't he lovely?
There we are.
Look at that. That's about the same way as I run with a wobble like that.
Yeah, well, in proportion, it's about the same size as ours.
What a nice dainty one like that.
Just, we must stick to the task in hand, definitely.
Right. Now,
There we go, there's one.
Dawn and Larry take turns with the gun while I'm spotlighting the rabbits.
God.
You
Well,
don't
that's
hang
two-
around.
Well, you don't dare because he only stops for a few seconds and then he's gone, isn't
Yeah, but the thing is, she shoots quickly. If she misses, she can say she was rushed.
Larry and Dawn are a competitive duo,
Can't see through the scope.
and it's not Larry's lucky night.
He's really flying. I don't think he's going to stop for anything.
the
Certainly
gateway.
not for you, Larry.
No.
There. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Damn, dog bullet.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, bloody hell, put the safety catch on.
You idiot.
Oh,
He's
you-
moved.
It's moving.
Yeah.
Let's
Hey,
make it
stop.
harder
There you
now.
go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Misfire,
I
ready?
think he's laughing at you now, Larry. Oh,
Oh,
my God.
you missed. I was-
over the top.
I was harassed.
That was a clean miss. That was a good shot.
It was.
No denying that.
That's how a woman does it, see, compared to a man.
Okay, fair enough.
As Deadeye Dawn keeps knocking them down, I scamper about picking them up. We shoot on into the small hours, and next morning at the cottage, we've got 34 rabbits to deal with. Larry and I are teaming up on a commercial venture, and in a rehearsal for my big tomato push later on in the year, we're going to try and convert our rabbits into hard cash at the Poundbury Farmers Market.
Fast as you.
To entice sceptical punters to taste our rabbit, we need to make something pretty special. A spicy Malaysian satay using these lean chunks of saddle. The meat is thoroughly mixed up with a potent marinade of chilli, ginger, garlic, onions, coriander seed, good dark soy sauce and lime juice, and it's left to stand for at least 2 hours. While that's happening, we can get on with item number 2 on the menu, made from the rest of the meat.
The satay I want to be super spicy. And the bunny burgers, I thought loads of fresh herbs. So I just picked from the garden some rosemary, sage and marjoram.
Right.
And I think they should just all be chopped up as finely as possible.
As finely as possible.
How are your chopping skills?
Well, you're about to find out just how bad they are.
Those
I
need to
sharpened
be...
the knife, by the way, because your knives were just like blunt.
Yeah. Okay. No, well, thank you very much for that.
My pleasure. You'll get the bill later.
Yeah. I might have to pay you in burgers. Now, we've
I'm
got
on a diet.
We've got a jam now. It's stopped coming through.
It's not just the knives that are blunt. My 60s hand mincer is pretty but hard work. It keeps clogging with sinews, but at least it's getting rid of them.
There we go.
Rabbit is a very lean meat, so along with finely chopped herbs, I'm adding a little fatty pork belly to lubricate our burgers.
Bulker.
I've got some bad news.
Some more bad news.
Forgot the onions. Yes,
Okay, so
I
we'll
forgot.
change of plan.
Sorry about that.
6 finely chopped onions, sautéed and left to cool, are belatedly added along with plenty of salt and pepper. Then Larry has to mix up the burger meat all over again. And it's all my fault.
I'm really sorry, Larry. I am tired.
You're
It's been a
tired.
long day and my brain is just slowing down.
We've managed to get 92 burgers from our mixture. And now it's time to mount the marinated saddle meat onto bamboo skewers. With the help of a few stock vegetables, the leftover trimmings are turned into a rabbit stew. And the next day, shattered after phase 1 of Operation Bunny, we're running late. While the other store holders are doing brisk business, we're still struggling with our equipment. We've got our sign up and our stew on, but that's about it.
Can I interest you in a bowl of stew, which is all that we've got at the moment, but shortly we will be serving many other exciting products.
You don't have any whole ones, do you?
Whole rabbits?
Yeah.
No. Bigger profit margins this way, I'm hoping.
There's definitely money changing hands elsewhere. We'll just have to bide our time.
Never. Classic example of our problem here. Do you like rabbit? No. When did you last taste it? Never.
Faced with an alarming lack of interest, we bring out the secret weapon, spicy rabbit on a stick, to be served in a bun with a Malaysian peanut sauce. Irresistible, you might think.
Who's going to be the first taker for a bunny burger or spicy rabbit on a stick? Your Lord Mayorship, can I interest you in a bunny burger?
In a moment, when it's cooked.
I don't think we're going to run out just yet.
No, I don't think we're going to run out. No, we've got 89 to go. You'll try one. You're very
fantastic. The first one's ready to go. We've got a chili and onion salsa and a mustard mayonnaise.
I love it. It's not too hot, is it?
No, it's not too hot.
Okay,
No.
fine.
Too hot.
I'll have that.
There we go.
Beautiful. Rabbit is
Our
excellent.
first and most honoured customer.
We're finally off the mark.
Would you like the burger or the spicy rabbit on a stick?
£2, sir. Thank you very much. And both yourself.
Can you taste the marinade? Is it the spices?
A bit different from the ones we had in the war.
£2 change, sir. Thank you very much.
I think that was a tenner I gave you, actually.
Well, I did, actually.
Nice try, Larry.
I'm thinking of your profit margin.
By midday, we've cleaned up. Everybody seems to be chewing on some form of rabbit-related product. We're out of burgers, and the final spicy rabbit is about to be snaffled. All we're left with is rather a lot of stew.
240, 245. Look at all that. I mean, I'd say that's another 40 quid.
Certainly 35, 40 quid, yeah.
Not far short of 300.
No, well, better than I thought you'd do.
I could murder a burger, but the stew will have to do.
If we'd have sold those rabbits direct to a game dealer or butcher, 35 rabbits, what would we have got?
The most you'd ever get is a pound of rabbit. Pound for a rabbit.
25 to 30 quid. So basically we multiplied by 10.
Sure.
That's good business practice.
Yeah, and no one's fallen down dead. It's worked out well. Everyone's happy.
I think that's the result.
The omens for the great tomato enterprise are looking good. To celebrate and ease my aching limbs, I'm off for a session in the poly sauna.
Nostril hair check.